Alright everybody, welcome back. It looks as if Dustin Poirier has just used one of my ex-posts to hint at what his retirement fight is gonna be. And it looks as if it's gonna be Max Holloway. So let me get into it and why. So I made a post maybe almost a year ago, and it's got Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier doing a legendary moment in the middle of the ring. I'll leave it here for you so you can see it. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Dustin happens to post that this afternoon. I'm sitting there looking at my X feed, and I'm getting all these ding, ding, dings. I'm like, what is it? Why is this old post getting ding, ding, dings? So I checked it out, and lo and behold, Dustin the Diamond Poirier has used one of my posts. Now, I'm a little bit, and I started thinking, why did he choose that post all of a sudden to use? Well, it seems as if he is probably hinting that his final battle, the big boss, is going to be Max Holloway for the third time. Why do I think so? Because there's a lot of history between these guys, and to do you the favor, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it, okay? So two of the UFC's most respectable warriors, these guys. Rivalry built on grit, mutual respect, and unforgettable battles. This is the story of Dustin the Diamond Poirier and Max Blessed Holloway. A rivalry that has spanned years, 2 weight classes, and left a mark on MMA history. Before they were household names, both men were promising prospects, carrying their paths in the UFC. Max Holloway made his debut in 2012 as a fresh-faced 20-year-old, the youngest fighter on the roster at the time. His first opponent, a rising featherweight from Louisiana named Dustin Poirier. At UFC 143, Holloway stepped in on short notice to replace Ricardo Lamas. Though green, his striking was still very sharp, but Poirier's grappling proved to be a bit too much. In the first round, Poirier secured a mounted triangle armbar, forcing Holloway to tap. It was a tough debut for Max, but the start of something much, much bigger. In the first round, following their clash, both men on remarkable yet separate runs. Holloway rebounded and evolved into one of the greatest featherweights of all time. By 2017, he'd captured the interim featherweight belt and unified it with a stunning TKO victory over Jose Aldo. Max defended his title against elite contenders, building a 13-fight win streak at 145 pounds. Meanwhile, Poirier moved up to lightweight, where his power and resilience flourished. Victories over Anthony Pettis, Justin Gaethje, and Eddie Alvarez showcased Poirier's relentless style and heart. Then came the rematch, 7 years in the making. In April 2019, with Khabib Nurmagomedov suspended, the UFC set up an interim lightweight title fight at UFC 236, Holloway vs. Poirier 2. This time, Holloway moved up to lightweight to chase 2-division glory, but Poirier was waiting there, a different fighter from the first meeting. The fight was a war. Poirier's power shots rocked Holloway early, swelling his face, but Max, as always, refused to back down. The two traded blows for 5 grueling rounds in one of the year's best fights. In the end, Poirier's volume and power earned him the unanimous decision and the interim lightweight belt. Holloway suffered his first loss in years, but his toughness and heart won the crowd's admiration. Despite the brutal battle, both men shared a moment of mutual respect, a hallmark of their rivalry. Poirier praised Holloway's toughness, calling him one of the best he'd ever faced. Holloway congratulated Poirier, embodying the spirit of a true martial artist. Since then, both fighters have continued to leave their mark on the sport. Poirier challenged Khabib for the undisputed lightweight heavyweight title and later scored wins over Conor McGregor. Cha-ching! Holloway remained a top contender at featherweight, delivering record-breaking performances. 2 fights, 7 years apart. One finished by submission, the other by a 5-round war. Few rivalries capture the evolution of 2 fighters quite like Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. Though there's no bad blood, their shared history is a testament to resilience, respect, and the warrior code of MMA. All that being said, it seems as though Dustin Poirier is gonna fight one last time, and he wants that fight to be against another legend, not some new up-and-comer, some Johnny-come-lately. He wants his last fight to be special and memorable. Just today, Dustin reposted one of my videos of him and Max's legendary transactions together. He didn't say anything in the post. He just kind of posted it, left it out there for the fans to figure out what's going on. To me, it's clear. Dustin the Diamond Poirier is signaling to Max Holloway, let's run it back one more time. Let's figure out who's truly the man at Poirier versus Holloway 3 and send Dustin Poirier off into the sunset on his beautiful horse. What do you guys think? Is Dustin dropping hints, or he just felt like randomly sharing one of my posts for no reason? Is this a fight that you want to see in Poirier Holloway 3? I already know the answer to that one. Of course!